Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. Today we will be discussing the recent update inside of Wildgate to find out whether it is an improvement to the game. This includes the addition of the perks system, the 3 new guns, 2 new pieces of equipment, a new ship, and an overhaul of the reward system, along with the addition of 2 new currencies, credits and fragments. But first off, we have the new perk system. So if we go to the loadout section here, you can see that we can pick 2 perks that we can play with with our prospector. Currently, it looks like there are 15 perks inside the game. We have get the first 4 unlocked already, and then you'll get another 10 which are unlockable as you progress through the new reward system, which we'll cover just now. So the perks you start off with are Border, which give you a passive 5% speed in space. The Defender, which gives you plus 10% armor in your own ship. The Efficient Resourcing, which gives you an extra resource when fuel or ice are deposited into your processor. And the Engineer, which adds a 10% multi-tool repair speed. Now there are another 10, and these ones include Adrian's Jetpack. This is a prospector-specific perk to Adrian, which will always reload his jetpack fuel when teleporting back to the ship, even if you don't have the teleport reloader equipment. Then we have the Charlie Teleport, which increases the range of Charlie's teleport by 25 meters. Again, this one's only applicable to Charlie. Then we have Ion Smash, which is an additional 50% melee damage to hard points and weapons when you're playing as Ion. Again, it's only applicable on Ion. Then you have the K Teleport, which is 25 meter additional teleport range as K, basically the same as Charlie's one, but K. There's this one, which is the Samo Defender, which means you revive 3 seconds faster when you die on your own ship as Samo, because he's a ship defender, right? Then you have the Sal Inventor, which means that you'll get better items when you salvage as Sal. And then lastly, you have the Venture Explorer perk, which means that Venture will get an additional 10% armor when you're not on the ship. So his perk is sort of like the Defender perk, but it's outside the ship. Then there's another 3 perks, which are generalized perks. You have the Salvager, which means you can salvage tier 1 and tier 2 devices to get ice, fuel, or ammo. Basically sort of like Sal's ability to salvage stuff, but only the lower tier devices and only for resources. Then you've got the Mad Bomber, where you fly 100% fast in space while carrying a bomb trap. And then lastly, you have Turbine Factory, which means your ship processor will spawn a turbine every 3 minutes. I'm going to assume that that is just a regular turbine and not the barrier turbine, although it's possible there's a random chance it might spawn a barrier turbine instead. Next we have the 3 new weapons that were added. First is the rocket launcher, anti-personnel rockets. It has slow-moving explosive rockets with the impact damage being 40 and an explosion also having an explosion damage of 40 with 0.6 seconds between times of shots. Next we have the hand cannon, which says powerful sidearm. This is accurate range and does 2 times damage on a critical hit, with the damage being 60 and the minimum time between shots being 0.4 seconds. And lastly, we have the new foam sprayer, an anti-fire spray. This sprays a cone of foam and damaging its close enemies, but also puts out fire. It is 80 damage per second. Sticking with the loadout, we have 2 new pieces of equipment as well. The first piece of equipment is the repulsor, an enemy knockback. It doesn't look like it's throwable, it says activate, so in a 7-meter radius around you, it will knock back and damage enemies, doing 40 damage to them. This says it'll have 2 charges. And the second piece of equipment is the plasma can, which says it's a sticky bomb. When you're thrown, it sticks to target. Area damage after a delay. It does 200 damage, but obviously after 3 seconds, only after 3 seconds, with a radius of 3 meters and 3 charges. The last new thing in terms of loadout is not so much the loadout, but is actually in the ships. So if we go to customize here to see the ships, we can see that there is a new ship, the Battle Scout. Now this ship looks almost identical to the Scout, but there's a couple key differences. Firstly, the Battle Scout can have a crew size of 4, whereas the Scout only has a size of 3. The Battle Scout also has an additional 20 health, so it has a total of 100 health, and it has these catapult thingies on the side, which it says prospectors catapults fire prospectors into space, which seems good. The only thing is that because it's got other things to make it good and to make it balanced, it doesn't have the additional 30% max speed and 20% turn speed that the Scout has. And lastly, we have the big changes to the reward system. You know, previously we had the whole list of reward paths where each prospector had a path, and these were sequential paths which unlocked with XP, and you had to unlock them in order to get weapons and prospectors and customizations. That's all changed. Now we have the Starlog system. As you can see up here, it has Starlogs, and currently we've got 3 different Starlogs: Starlog Discovery, Starlog Wonder, and Starlog Emergence. As you can see, I've already got some of the items claimed in them, but that's because I'd already progressed in the previous reward system, and so you get to keep those items. You don't have to unlock them again. Each Starlog looks to have pages which you can unlock rewards from, with the new credits. I'll explain those just now. And just looking at now, Starlog Discovery has 3 pages. As you can see, I can access all of them because I have all the pages because I have items from them. But if we go to Starlog Wonder, it's got 4 pages. I can't access the last 2 pages, even though I've got the painter in one of them, things, because I haven't spent enough credits on that thing. And if we go to Starlog Emergence, it's the same case. I have Charlie here. I've unlocked Charlie, and I've unlocked the Thunder Dash from previously. But as you can see, the later pages only unlock after you spend a certain amount of credits in the previous page, and so that sort of like means that you still can't get all the stuff immediately. You have to work on it. That's the first new currency, is credits, which you can only have a maximum of 1,000 of, sort of to encourage you to unlock the rewards and such. If you go back here, it says it shows you the list of how you can earn credits. On the main page, it also has the daily missions, and that's included there. But you go to the Starlogs, and it shows you all the things you can do to earn credits. The main way will be to level up. So instead of using the XP that is used to level up to also progress in the Starlogs, every level will give you 100 credits to spend. And then also the daily missions now give you credits instead of giving you the XP. A side effect of that will mean that your prospector level will be a much better indicator of your experience level, of your match performances, of how well you can play the game, because you will no longer have that boosted by the daily missions. And the last new addition to talk about today is fragments. Fragments are similar to credits in that they are used to buy styles and skins and things in the catalog and in the store. Although it looks like it here, you don't have to pay credits and fragments to buy something. It's just it's credits or fragments. So basically, fragments are the earnable credits, sort of. And with the fragments being earned by weekly missions, and I seem to think of it as the fragments are now a way for players who aren't going to spend more money on the game to be able to earn some skins, whilst the credits are still there for the people who want to, buy in-game credits to look cool, I suppose. Fragments are basically a way of separating out the people who are paying and the people who are earning. All in all, I think these are all very good additions to the game. Changing it to the Starlog system means that you've got a lot more choice in what you want to earn, what you're focusing for, rather than you have to grind all the way through the list to get the rewards. I think it's a much better system, especially with the credits that you earn your rewards and things is separate from your experience level. The new weapons are definitely good. They're going to allow for different playstyles, and the new perks are also going to allow you to find your playstyle more easily, make you better than you already are, basically. You get more decision in how you're going to play the game and how you want to play it. Yeah. All in all, I think these are very good additions to the game, and it's going to make it a lot more fun to play, and I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.